Hey everyone, this is Editing Natalia, just coming in quickly before the episode to let all of you know that this episode was filmed over 2 days, and due to a hilarious series of technical problems with various people's computers, so it is a little choppier and the audio is a little bit worse than normal. I apologize in advance. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that that is why some things might be a little weird. Okay, enjoy the episode. Bye. My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, and I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Noonas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Sky.
And it has been over a year since we did this type of episode. That's right. We're back with another Defend Your Drama. It's what I love about Defend Your Drama is that it sounds like it's a very structured situation, but we each come to why we're defending a drama from wildly different directions. In our last one, we had like people give this drama a bad rap because of X, or we also had this drama is bad, but you should watch it because that's what makes it good. There's a large way of coming into things, and since we are four very different people who just happen to be good friends, we come to this episode with very different reasons why we are defending a drama per se.
And very different dramas.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's always a real, like, you never know what the next person's bringing out. So the basic way that this episode works is, this is technically only the second time we've ever done it, even though I could have sworn we did it early, but the last time we did this was literally November of last year. So it's been
crazy.
Over a year since we did it, even though I don't know why we haven't. This is a fun episode type.
It is weird that we haven't done it.
I really feel like there was something close.
Maybe we just keep forgetting about it.
I think we just
honestly.
So basically, each of us has picked a drama, and we're going to tell you why you should give it a chance and why we think it's been, maligned perhaps, or why people think they shouldn't watch it, why you should. And that's it. That's the whole premise of this episode. We're actually we're very excited about this. We are recording on a different day than we normally do. Because if you can't tell, I am very sick.
Yes.
Compared to last week when she was very sick.
Was very sick, but I did not have
sick.
First it was Thanksgiving. We normally record.
Thanksgiving
record on Thursday.
So.
And so we were like, okay, we won't record on Thursday because it's Thanksgiving. We'll record on Friday. And then I had no voice. So now we're recording on Saturday, where I won't have a voice tomorrow, but I've been saving up my vocal cords for this episode. For this. So we have chosen an order based on who arrived at the group call. So Jessie, take it away. What drama are you here to defend with your life?
So I will say that this drama that I picked, if we were talking about it when it was airing, there wouldn't really be a lot to defend on it, because I feel like the general consensus of drama watchers really liked it when it was airing. However, I have seen a shift in the talk of it and the change of the reaction to it since then. So that's part of the reason why I picked this specific one. And I decided to talk about the 2019 K-drama Hotel Del Luna.
Ooh.
Yeah. So kind of a brief background on the show if you've never watched it. It is a Hong Sisters show. I'm pretty sure most people who are listening probably know who the Hong Sisters is, but they wrote Alchemy of Souls and Master Sun and a bunch of other things. And it's directed by Oh Chung Hwan, who did My Love from Another Star, While You Were Sleeping. And it is about, actually, I'm just going to read you my drama list little blurb on it, because it just kind of sums it up pretty well. It's In the heart of Seoul stands a mysterious ancient hotel managed by the greedy and resentful Jang Man-wol, who has spent 1,000 years running it. Bound by a deity to prevent her from self-destructing due to her anger and thirst for revenge, Manuel's only chance of freedom lies in letting go of her hatred and finding love. Her eternal curse forces her to serve the bizarre clientele of the hotel. When Gu Chang-sung, a former hotel assistant manager, is forced to take over due to a deal made by his father, he helps manage the hotel's finances, possibly offering the key to Manuel's redemption. So it is just basically what it is. It's this hotel that serves clientele of the dead kind.
And clientele of the dead kind.
And Manuel like helps them kind of like cross the bridge and kind of do the things that they need to for their final like rest. I think that a lot of people now are comparing this drama to a lot of other dramas in this kind of genre. And while I personally love this drama, like it's one of my favorite dramas of all time, there are better written kind of versions of this. And I think that since Hotel de Luna has been airing or has aired, it's this type of genre of a drama, we've gotten more, so we have more to compare it with. So like when it first came out, there wasn't a lot to compare it to, and so now like people are kind of like watching it maybe after they've watched other things and be like, oh, this is not as great as everybody is expecting. And I'm here to say that it is still really great. I just rewatched a couple of the episodes for this episode because I haven't watched it in a while, and I thought it was like it's still like clung to me and like got me excited for the drama like it did before. And I think that like there could be potentially people who are deciding not to spend the time on Hotel de Luna because other people are saying like, no, it was bad, there's these other things, you should watch these other things. And I'm here to tell you that there are plenty of reasons why you should be watching Hotel de Luna, not just because Jessie really likes it and you should take all of Jessie's recommendations. You know?
Listen, but that is reason one.
It is reason one. Okay. Already I told you, I know this is contentious. Hong sisters, you either love or hate them, but they have done really good shows. And like people like those shows. Even a show that the first Defend Your Drama, the Sky did.
I would challenge people like a small soapbox for 2 seconds.
Sure.
Unless a director, writer, actor, whoever has actually done a crime, maybe don't be so extremist with like
maybe be a little nicer.
Absolutely.
They have a hard job.
So like what if you dislike most Hong sisters things, but what if you love Hotel de Luna and that's like the one okay, you got to enjoy that one drama and you get to really like it.
Listen,
like that's great.
I didn't like Master's Son, but I'm still here liking this show.
Right.
And here's my thing about it. People are like, oh, the Hong sisters, like they just write so many K-drama cliches. They invented most of those cliches. Like if you go back
dramas have
through
cliches.
but if you go back through if you go back through their work, it's like they were the originator of so many of these like tropes that K-dramas are.
They have the
known
license
for.
to use it.
People complain about that they can't like stick their landings. Most dramas don't. So like, and that's why are we picking on them for that? Like,
and you know, to quote
not a them thing.
You know, to quote a real philosopher of our time, that's like your opinion, man. I think they do fine most of the time. I don't know.
I think also
they do well.
Watch
these dramas.
They keep getting hired, so someone's watching them. You know,
they're doing so well, and I think so. Like, I do think that like they did a really good job with this drama and have with other dramas. And I don't think all of their stuff should be looked down upon just because you don't like some stuff, especially because they've done so many stuff. There's just like, maybe just give it a chance. Also, when you have the director that you have as well, I think their like combo makes this like really good because of the specificity of the like genres that this drama has. I think having the Hong sisters and having Oh Chung Hwan on it, like the two of them are needed to kind of make this show be its thing. Also, it stars IU, who's incredible in this.
Amazing.
Like,
So good.
fantastic. And then she's opposite Yojin Gu, who's also really great and fun to watch. I mean, he's just like the puppy dog love interest who comes as the, you know, the human manager to help her with her finances and stuff, who also has like a, you know, thing with his father and there's a curse and stuff. But like the two of them are great together. The supporting cast on this is phenomenal. The guest starring cast of this is like out of this world.
Unreal.
So already you're stacked with a great cast going into this show. I also think that like what makes this drama really good is the type of drama it is, because it goes and blends so many genres, because it's a fantasy, it's a romance, it's a comedy, it's a sageuk, it's a horror, it's supernatural. It's done in kind of like the Monster of the Week type style. If you like that, where like you have the one episode is or whatever is based on one specific person's passing, and they're like, you know, like they're passing and going on to whatever it is, the afterlife. But there is still this like overarching backstory between IU's character and what happened to her and why she is who she is and why she is attached to this hotel. Also, it's like a really great workplace drama, like throughout the entire thing. And if you're like into workplace dramas, that's like really great, because like also what does workplace dramas have? They have the quirky found family. And this is like
that they do.
Legit.
This is the quirkiest of the quirky found family.
Yeah. And I go ahead.
All I was gonna say is also like I love how vindictive she is, like the main character is,
so
because
mean. I love her.
She's so mean, but it's very the whole time you're going, oh, women's rights and women's wrongs.
Yes.
Oh yes, like and then and the costuming.
That first episode when she pulls out the rifle. And,
yeah. Yes, absolutely.
And she looks good while
she
doing
looks
it.
So good. So good.
Just her anger. Like I loved her anger through the whole thing. Like I really did enjoy that.
And what also is good about this is that like while it does have its heavy moments and does have its like deep and scary moments, those aren't all the time. So I feel like if you're the type of person who like maybe like things are like scare you a bit more, you can't like deal with a lot of like the heaviness, like the show doesn't keep it up all the time, but there will be times where like you may want to cry or you may want to turn on all the lights in your room type deal. And so like it kind of gets like this really good like for everyone type vibe to it. And like so we did say like IU was incredible in this and she looks really great and she kicks ass. She also has great chemistry with all the cast, even though her character is just like mean and just wants to, you know, everybody's there to like do her bidding. For me personally, the thing that I love most about this show is like all the aesthetics. It's incredible. Not just like the design of the hotel, but like there's so many different places the drama lives in, because you see a different place for every person who has passed on, like and where they kind of like are feeling comfort when they move on. And so it goes to different places, but like the like hotel is this like cross between like Art Deco and Gothic, and like honestly really cool. Each room of the place kind of like captures the like characters and like also like the personality and life, and like essentially becomes its own character itself in ways. And I think that's like incredible. There's this tree that's like a main thing with the show, and that's like incredible. The cinematography is so good. So visually this drama is great to watch, not like just in general. Also, the OST on this drama, one of my favorite OSTs done
so
for me by
good.
Punch is like on top of like one of my favorite songs in general.
That song is so good.
Like Demi's song "Remember Me" is also really good. Red Velvet has a song like it's
A+. It's A+.
It's so good. And like I think like all the things that I said in this, like you should be wanting to watch this drama because it's really good. But also specifically you should watch this drama because it was announced at the beginning of October that the sequel is coming.
I just saw that on NPL. That's so cool.
Netflix announced it. It's on like their press release. Hell yeah. And the one person that I had not mentioned who is part of this cast that you only see a little bit in this drama because of things that I'm not going to go into because it's kind of spoiler territory for the drama. But Lee Do-hyun is in it, and he is taking over as the like main part of that cast. Also, Lee Soo-hyuk is also going to be in it.
Hell yeah!
Say less.
And so here's
say less.
I'll read you the blurb that they have on the press site. It says, "Only open in the middle of the night to provide top class service and console the souls of the dead. The Grand Galaxy Hotel has a new moody owner, Yoon Hwa, who is Lee Do-hyun's character, with a mysterious past, who arrives after the previous owner's sudden disappearance. Upon his arrival, he meets the only human employee, Ko Sang-sung, who is played by Shin Shi-ah, who I think she's in the what's it called? The Resident
Playbook.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who works as hard as the hotel manager with a knack for befriending ghosts. Also, Becky, a free-spirited Grim Reaper, Lee Soo-hyuk, who cleans up the remnants of evil spirits. And Suck-san, a mysterious woman with an eerie and dangerous aura.
Ooh.
So it is a perfect time to be watching this drama so that you can kind of like see.
Get caught up.
Like, I'm not going to tell you the connection that Do-hyun has in this, but he has a connection in it, and I don't expect this like new like sequel to not like mention it. Honestly, I don't know if IU is gonna like make a guest appearance or not. Who knows about that? She's a pretty busy lady, so like who knows? But I think it's just like the perfect time to watch it, and I do think it like this drama is starting to get a bad rap, and I want to kind of like clear the air that it's like not like terrible.
It's
like,
not bad. It's good.
It's just so much fun, and like the stories of the ghosts are really good, and like some of them are like really heartwarming and like sweet, and like just the banter that like every cast member has in this like whole entire thing. Like P.O. from Block V is like he's in it, and like
he's so sweet with his.
And then the girl from IOI Guguran is also in it, and she's really great in it. It's just like it's a solid drama, and I think that like more people should be watching it if you haven't already. And that's my soapbox.
That's a good soapbox.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take it on a different vibe.
Okay.
Because I would like to talk about one of my favorite dramas that I think was done dirty purely by marketing. Okay? And it was set up to fail with a lot of people. And that is one of my favorite dramas, Suspicious Partner. Now, let me begin. If you knew nothing about the drama Suspicious Partner and all you watched was the preview that they put out and then looked at the promo images and the poster, you would think that you were about to watch a fun rom-com with lawyers. Because that's all they gave you.
And wasn't there dancing in the...
There was dancing and singing. There was like a marching band. It looked like it was going to be just comedy riot. That's not the show. Okay?
No.
So all of these people thinking they were about to watch just a fun, free-spirited rom-com. Amanda's pointing to herself. Sign in, click play, and like, to be fair to them, for the first episode, up until like the last scene of the first episode,
It's kind of
that's what
that.
that's kind of what
Yeah.
it felt like.
Sure.
That's what you were gonna get. And then it ends on a brutal murder, and the main character getting like arrested for a murder. And because this is now where the actual show that was written begins, which is actually just a legal procedural with a crime of the week as well as an overarching serial killer theme, which is a very different show than a rom-com.
The overarching thing is incredibly tense.
Yes.
So
Like, it's so dark. It's so...
and the romance isn't even a rom-com romance. Like, it legitimately isn't. Like, there are funny parts because, like, there's comedy in most shows. Like,
Sure.
a lot of shows, unless it's like, like a, whatever. But so the actual show is a crime drama with a romance line.
Yes.
But you would not know that from looking at any of the promotional information. Not even like the poster that they have on my drama list. That's a rom-com poster.
Why did
they're all like, they're looking so cute.
Who did this?
Who did that?
Who sat around and was like, you know what? This is what we should do for this.
Do you think it's possible
catfished
that they
us.
could have like third-partied it?
Now,
Like, as far as they
I have a few theories. Okay. So first off, if you look at the screenwriter, Kwon Ki-young, almost every single one of her things are not rom-coms, but they all have to do with either crime or lawyers. Okay. So she wrote Hello Monster.
Dark.
She wrote Protect the Boss, which is about lawyers, but also he's crazy. And then she also recently wrote Link, Eat, Love, Kill, which is literally about getting away with murder. Okay. It's like a big part of it. So she really likes that sort of thing. However, when you go over to the director, Park Sun-ho. Okay, listen, like this was only his third thing that he directed, like in terms of TV shows, and the fourth thing overall. And so his first show he ever did was Birth of a Beauty, which is a very problematic rom-com. That was legitimately a rom-com. And then he did The Royal Gambler, which was like, it was fun. That was a fun show.
Comedy,
it was like a historical
comedy,
right? Okay. Yeah. And then he did Suspicious Partner, which is not a comedy at all. Okay. I just need to really reinforce for people going into this. It's not a comedy.
There
are comedic
I would say
parts.
Every episode has comedic parts in it.
There's because it has like the found family of like these people who work at this law firm have a really comedic rapport, but everything that they're doing in terms of the plot is very serious.
Yes.
So it's just like,
and then there's always this overarching, is he going to kill us all?
Yeah, it's overarching. They're also being hunted by a serial killer. And that's most of the show.
Like,
there's corruption.
There's reasons for the serial killer. There's like,
it goes into depth,
and then for sexual assault. And
exactly, and then it also goes into like judicial corruption at like the prosecutorial and the judicial level, like police corruption. So it's like there's so much happening, and yet you wouldn't know that from any of the promotional material. So people got hoodwinked.
Very bait and switch.
But it's not this is not the show's fault, because the show is good. Like for what the show actually is. The show has solid crime situation. Like it has a good acting.
The serial killer guy, such a good actor.
Good. Like, so good. I'm not going to say who it is because it's a bit of a reveal for people who haven't seen it. I'm not
chillingly good though.
Like the romance in it, fantastic. Like if you're like a romance girly or fella or non-binary friend, the romance, like there's like the scene where they like, there's this one scene where I'm just like fan self, like they're putting in The chemistry is there, okay? It's got like a really nice like secondary lead. Everyone has good motivations. Everything, there's no plot holes. Everything lines up. It's well written, well acted.
Yeah.
It was done dirty.
It was
done so dirty.
I need someone to tell me specifically why.
Why did they do this?
Yeah.
The other thing that really sort of hindered it was the fact that it was released during that weird year where they cut every episode into 2.
Oh, yeah.
So it is a 20 episode show that has 40 episodes. So I feel like someone who doesn't realize that they're 40 20-minute episodes would look at this and be like, I'm not starting a 40
about lawyers.
Yeah, because they're going to think it's like a weekender or something, right?
It's a regular 20 episode
It
drama.
could look like a weekend. That poster
looks like a weekender. Everything that this show is done so dirty by everything that's not the show itself. And that is so unfortunate because it is legit has one of my it's one of my most rewatched dramas.
So like back when I watched it, I watched it after it aired. Yeah. But that plus Lawless Lawyer made me realize, I might really like lawyer
legal
shows.
Yeah.
Like, because if this is what we're doing, heck yeah. Like, I really enjoyed. So it definitely won me over towards, because that's not something I've ever watched Western side of anything. I've never given the time of day to it.
And it's sort of unfortunate because the director later on realized like, I should just make rom-coms, because he then made Walk of Love, he made My Strange Hero, he made Business Proposal, he made Brewing Love, little known business proposal, where it's like, but the problem is like Business Proposal is a great rom-com.
Oh yeah.
But if you go into Suspicious Partners thinking you're going into Business Proposal, you're not going to like Suspicious Partners,
You're
right?
going to be hurt.
You're going to be like, you're going to be very confused when suddenly a horrific murder happens at the end of the first episode in the main female lead's apartment. You're going to be confused, okay? And that's not like me spoiling anything. It's literally what starts the plot. It's what starts. Yeah. But the first episode really does bring you on a little bit of like a bait and switch, because it does lean heavily. It's like, they meet out like after, she catches her boyfriend cheating on her. She like meets up with this, judge, or he's a prosecutor, not a judge. This prosecutor, and nobody likes this prosecutor because he's always sticks to the rules and he never bends and all this. And then it's like, for some reason, she's now his student, but also he was then chosen to. This is my one problem with Suspicious Partner. I got to compliment sandwich this. One of my favorite dramas. I know this is has to happen in terms of the plot to progress, but in no world would the prosecutor would he be put in charge of prosecuting his own student.
They love to do that, though.
They love to do that. That's just not how any. I know that it's a different legal system than Canada, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They'd be like, this feels like a bit of a conflict of interest. I think we should probably bring in someone from outside of this entire writing to do this. But I digress. It's drama. If they don't do this, then the rest of the show can't happen. So I understand. It's got really good like case of the week stuff, a real variety. There's like a really fun little bit with a cute kid for a while. It's got my favorite grandpa that he's in there. The reason I love the guy who plays his sort of like
he's in Business Proposal.
He's in Business Proposal too. Lee Duquois is because he reminds me of my dad, because my dad acted exactly like he acts in Suspicious Partner, like to a T. That's my dad. If you're wondering who raised me, just watch this show and be like, oh, it all makes sense why she's the way she is. It's got the most hilarious on the nose Papa John's pizza PPL that you've ever seen, which is just like, listen, I get your money, I understand. Like,
gotta fund those serial killer.
You gotta fund those serial killer dramas. And to be real, the Papa John's pizzas in this look better than any Papa John's pizza has ever looked in real life. So like, get it. And everything just works if you're not expecting to watch a rom-com.
Yeah.
If you know,
when I first finished it, I gave it a 6. But when I think back on it, I'm like, no, it was like a 7 for me. Like, it was fine. But like, it was just, frustrated and like
because you were sold a bill of goods.
Yeah.
Watching it, so I stuck with it. But like I didn't feel happy watching it. It was not that
because
it had
you didn't sign up to watch a terse legal drama.
I think
and
that's
yet
the thing
here
about
we are.
It is the textbook example of misleading advertising, but also like give us a beat on the tone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
it's like I understand why the first episode was set up like that, because you do kind of want to like confuse, keep your audience off kilter to like be like, actually,
and then
this is the story we're actually telling.
Murder happens, it's like, oh.
Yeah, because it happens in such a way that you're just like, oh shit, oh shit.
That was part of the descriptor of it, like before you went in. She's gonna, but
you don't think it's gonna be like that.
In a rom-com, that would go away in the first 4 episodes. You know what I mean?
And it'd be off screen.
I got you.
It's not the entirety overarching plot of the entire show. Right. Where in this one, this is the plot of the show. The cases of the week further that plot. In sort of like, think about it in terms of if you're watching season 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the Master is the overarching plot, but there's little vampires every week. You know, it's sort of like that, but they're all in service of getting you to that final, like the big bad. It's such a good legal drama though. Like it really, and so for anyone out there who hasn't seen it but likes legal dramas and saw the poster and said, it's too rom-com. It's not. It's not. It's not at all.
And I mean, what percentage of it is even romance? I mean, it's pretty small, honestly.
Yeah. Because there's a little byline throughout the whole thing, because Ji Chang-wook and what's her name? Nam Ji-hyun have really good chemistry together, like romantic chemistry, and they have really good like odd couple energy.
And the side character romance plot is good
great
too,
because like it's all connected, and it's just like.
But I'm just saying, as far as screen time, it's really not.
No, it's mostly crime.
Because it's always in the context of, okay, even when they're more romantical or something, it's still like, we're still dealing with this crime stuff.
The crime stuff is still, the crime shit still happens.
It's kind of like Lawless Lawyer, to where like, is there romance in Lawless Lawyer? Yeah, but like.
That's not the point.
I will say, it's a little bit more the point in Suspicious Partner.
Yes. But like a little bit more, but like the crime is still a bigger part.
Rhyming?
Like the reason that he's working so hard to figure out the crime is because he's in love with her. But the crime is still a huge, like, overarching theme.
And like I think it would be tonally, it would feel different if they were dealing with like a cold case the whole time.
Yeah.
Right? Something like that.
It wasn't like an active murder.
There really was a foreboding
energy,
threatening energy a percentage of the time in every episode. Like,
and so like the fact that it was marketed as a rom-com
is really not nice.
It literally baffles me to this day.
It's
My foals are baffed, like, it's just like I feel like a lot of people, like, it's really the legal people wouldn't want to watch it based on the marketing because it looks like a rom-com, and the rom-com people get pissed off when they're watching it because it's not a rom-com.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, but a lot of people do like this drama.
Like somebody sabotaged it on purpose.
Yeah.
But like everybody was sort of
involved,
so I don't know how, like,
and it's like, the thing is, it's like, it still did very well. Like, people still do like it, but I feel like a lot of people got really upset at it. And I'm here to tell you, if you've never watched Suspicious Partner, but you like fun plot, serial killers, legal dramas, like a good sense, like a romance line that makes sense. Chance on for spoiler alert for the first 2 episodes of this show, Chang-sung did not make it. He did not make it out. But if that sounds fun, ignore all of the marketing and everything. because it's only 20 episodes. It just has a commercial break, so it says 40.
Incredibly different experience if you do know like what
if
you're
you go
going in.
You know what you're getting into?
Because like I just clicked play because I could play on anything, and I was like, I love this. This is so fun. And then when I was airing, I remember because back then on the dark days of Twitter, back in 2017,
back in the days,
I just remember seeing people who were so mad at it, and I was like, I fucking love this. Like this is so much fun. So give it a chance, y'all.
And I mean, on the flip side, if you're a business proposal girly or
you could skip
who's like, oh, I'd like to watch this rom-com by the same director. No.
You can listen.
Maybe you would enjoy it.
You might
go into it thinking about getting business proposal, because that's not what
you won't get. I would say perhaps like if you want to go from business proposal to this, like using this director's work, I think you should go business proposal, Walk of Love.
Yes.
My Strange Hero.
Yeah, My Strange Hero will roll you into that.
I think that's the order you go in, and you'll really like blend your way into like that's the vibe
because
gradient.
My Strange Hero maybe doesn't have that level, but the level of corruption.
Yes. So it's like if you follow the thread down,
and
so
and Walk of Love has some like weird stuff in it, but it's like
so
much
go
more comic and
go business proposal, brewing love. Okay, here's the official order: business proposal, brewing love, Walk of Love, Strange Hero, Suspicious Partner. That's the best gradient to like ease you into what the vibe is. And that's all.
You don't have to watch Birth of Beauty. Like
no, you can skip that one. That one, fat suits, body shape. Just
it's newly on Netflix.
You can skip it. You can. It's not his best work. Okay, move. Listen. Move
along.
Move on. But let's also move on. Amanda, have you got a drama that you think people should give a new shot to?
I do, and I'm going to be honest. This drama has a pretty good rating on my drama list. It's the people who love this drama love this drama. The people who absolutely hate this drama, I have a feeling that they like it feels like even reading some of the bad reviews of it, people have intentionally given it a lower rating than they actually think it deserves, because they are trying to offset what they think is abnormally high number of 10s for something.
Just rate things the way that you like them. You have to play these games. No one wins.
It's like
but
so stupid.
Also, this drama disappeared for a very long time. It was on the Drama Fever catalog, and then it went away, and it never came back. But now it's on Tubi. So I am saying that people who have not had the opportunity yet and might have been, swayed by some of the people who don't like it, should go check out Chicago Typewriter.
Yes. Okay.
I was wondering what your lead up was going to be.
I was like, where are we going with this? I think most of us here liked Chicago.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, shit. Okay. You guys would like it.
So,
you guys would like it. It's good.
Yeah, I think so. So here's the other thing. I remember when watching it, everybody was very excited for it to come out. Like I remember watching it as it aired. People were really excited for it. A lot of people dropped it in the first 2 to 4 episodes because it was too silly. And I don't think it was that silly, but I could have seen, say, Jessie starting it and going, I don't think this is for me.
But it takes a little while to pick up steam.
It takes a little while to get there. It does the first couple episodes. I mean, there's a ghost possessed puppy that's really cute.
Sold. Yeah, that's all I need.
Right? So there are the most beautiful bookcases you've ever seen in your life.
Oh my gosh, also
Somebody
sold.
Once back in the day, actually wrote a whole blog about how if you actually watch it and pay attention, everybody in this, all the main characters, their bookshelves reflect their person and their character. And when you rewatch it, you're like, yep, There it is. There it is. So the story is about the main character, Yuan, is this really incredible and very popular writer. Super, super popular, super like unpleasant person, has no friends, doesn't, which he's got reasons. Okay. They'll unfold and you're kind of like, all right. And our female lead, oh my goodness, what's her name? Im Soo-jung, sorry. She is, I can't remember actually what she does. I think she wants to be a writer or something, but she is his biggest fan. That's the main point. She's a huge fan. And she kind of like bumps into him at one point, and then he's like, crazy stalker misery lady, get away from me kind of thing. And, stuff ensues. But a big part of this drama, which I don't think it's really spoiling things, because if you see the posters and stuff, you'll kind of get a feel for it. There is like a past life reincarnation situation going on here. And the past lifetime is like Japanese occupation. So there is a lot of like spies and intrigue and murder and stuff going on. Some of the stuff that happens in the past is really beautiful and fun, and it revolves around this friendship between these three people, rounded out with Go Kyung-pyo, which I'm always going to love a Go Kyung-pyo moment. He's delightful in this. So they're two best friends who are in love with the same girl. And now in the present, stuff is going on. And like they don't have memories of their past lives. It's not, one of them does, but the other two, the two main characters, don't have memories of their past life. And the third person is trying to like get them to remember who they are, kind of thing. But there's also a big story being told. It's called Chicago Typewriter because in the past, like Japan originally didn't allow there to be like typewriters with Korean alphabet on it, because you weren't supposed to be learning Korean and stuff. And so there's like, it all kind of initially gets started by this author being like in the States, I think, and he sees in this shop, he sees a typewriter that's one of these old, like 100-year-old typewriters with Korean typeset. And he's like, I have to own that, because that is a piece of our history and my history as an author. And, and it's possessed. So that's,
we love a good
fun.
Possessed inanimate object.
We do.
Right? So, and then the ghost sort of like hops over to a dog sometimes. Like it's a thing.
As one does.
Well, and then, in these sorts of things, one does. One does.
One does. So that's one of the complaints that I've seen going through my drama list, like the low rated things, that it just bounces. The ghost doesn't obey any rules. There's things that go on with the ghost that just don't make any sense. And I'm like, it's a ghost.
The ghost doesn't have to.
Like, okay. People really don't like, the people don't like it, didn't like the change in vibe, right? It's a romantic comedy one moment, it's a really dark historical moment another moment. There is kind of a killer plot line, a murder plot line happening in the modern story as well. There's family trauma, there's there's a lot going on in this story, and some people really didn't like that. They want their dramas to be all one thing, right? And just stay in this little box and we will stay there. And this drama doesn't really do that. It does bounce around a little bit. But I found it very, very enjoyable. I thought the actors were really good. There were complaints that I saw about the characters all being one-note characters and not having, which I think that is something that you frequently see in, like, Yuyen's character is very stoic through a lot of it, because he has trauma around, you know, loving people and whatnot. I think a lot of times people, when they watch a drama, they see a stoic character, they decide that that is one-note acting. And it's like, it's not.
It's
Anybody
not.
who's seen Yuyen in anything knows that this man is not a one-note actor.
Also, like, it's like, have you met a stoic person? Like, people like that exist.
Yeah, it's
like,
not
you have to
very
be able
true.
to act
Exactly.
that is a whole person.
Right.
Like, especially traumatized people.
I, as a person, am not, you know, that sometimes people will be like, I saw this character, you know, this character was too one note, this character was too all over the place. Yeah, people are different. Like, they react differently
almost
in
like
situations.
It's almost like they're playing different types of people somehow.
Maybe.
That's crazy. So I will say the stuff in the past, the costumes, fantastic. Like, it's so good. It's so just the setting, the stylization is so awesome in the past. This stuff, like, there's a lot going on in the present with this, like, cinematography as well, and the set design and everything. Like I mentioned, the bookshelves and all the bookshelves reflecting the personality of the person, with, like, the female lead having the coziest bookshelf situation, and then, like, just different characters having, you know, the one character has very sterile book situation happening, and another character has very traditional, like, wooden shelves, like, this is a fancy library that, you know, like the Beast would have in Beauty and the Beast kind of thing, right? Like this. So you're kind of getting these different vibes thrown at you all the time from how these characters are. The acting is great. The story is interesting and unique, and not the thing that you've seen 57 other times, right? Like, this is a different story. And I do think that's one of the things that has been a problem for some people. They you know, they want to watch a rom-com. They want, similar to, like, the Suspicious Partner problem, it's not what you wanted it to be, so then you're mad, right? And it's fair that this isn't what you wanted to watch, so now you're not going to watch it. Fine, that's cool. But I do think that now that it is available to watch on Tubi, people should give it another shot. They should go have a look. And the OST, I'm listening to the OST right now. Salt and Paper just started up. The song Satellite by Salt and Paper is so good. So good. It's one of those ones where it's like, whenever I hear it, I start to tear up, because I'm just like, oh, that song. Moments. Anyway.
It's good.
Listen, I'm just saying. And it's got I think, as good an ending as it could possibly have, given that you're dealing with a love triangle and dead people and reincarnations and stuff. Like, I mean, they're reincarnated people. You have to know that at some point they stopped living in order to be reincarnated.
That they ceased being on that particular mortal coil, you know, to come back in.
You have to leave the one life in order to move on to the next. That's how it works. So, but yeah, I really loved it. I actually want to do a rewatch, because now
it's on Tubi now, so go nuts.
Yeah,
exactly, right? So, yay! Thank you, Tubi. Yeah. So that's it. That's
nice.
me defending a drama that probably doesn't really need to be defended, but
you never know.
That's not the point. That's not the point.
Excuse
but you also defended it
I
to be
concur.
watching it right now, even like as not as like negative things.
You've defended it to yourself to rewatch it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fine. That's all that matters, man.
Well, and I do think that with these older dramas that sometimes, like Jessie mentioned, sometimes the people now hit it and they don't get it. They don't get what was going on or whatever. And they're comparing it to newer stuff and going, well, like this show did this better or something. And you're like, I just want you to go watch it and enjoy it
does it have to be a competition?
Yeah,
like,
that's my thing. It's like you can just enjoy a thing for being a thing. You don't have to compare it to every other thing you've ever seen.
And I feel like we don't get a lot of dramas that show us the Japanese occupation time period. And I think that's a really cool thing to be exposed to and to see if you're into K-dramas. So that was my defense. How about you, Sky? What are you defending?
So I am going to defend a drama that I have talked about before a lot. Secret Garden. Okay.
Oh, okay.
As far as why am I talking about it right now? Like I've talked about it for other stuff. I know. But it is now available on Netflix.
Hey.
For at least the US.
Yeah.
So like, and I've seen folks talking about, people that are fans of Secret Garden, they're excited. And then other people that have always felt that they are quote unquote supposed to watch it. But I do feel like I need to defend the drama because I probably need to defend it from itself a little bit.
A little. Listen. You're not wrong. Secret Garden. How to describe Secret Garden? If you don't know, because like definitely if you're like a newer drama fan, you might have heard it in passing. Honestly, people don't even talk about it as much now as they did.
That's true.
5 years ago, 8 years ago. So like, okay, because it started in November 2010. So like that's how old we're talking.
That's a 15-year-old drama right there.
And that's kind of the line of that's around the age of drama that's more accessible on a lot of our streaming our Asian drama dedicated streaming platforms. Kind of 2010-ish, 2011-ish. So, in case you don't know what Secret Garden is, I'm not saying it is the OG body swap because there might have been one before. I have not gone onto researching this. Sure. But as far as was Secret Garden incredibly popular at the time, and yes, it is a body swap drama. So like. Now, I did not watch it as it was airing. I did not start watching dramas more until like 2018. So like I definitely was coming to it late in the game, it being already quote unquote old at that point. And yes, it does feel very dated.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
A product of its time.
So that's why I have to defend it from itself. So, but I will say, it's not that I don't understand if someone does not like Secret Garden, because I get it. Like I do understand deeply why someone would not enjoy it or find problematic things in it. But I will say I do think Secret Garden is a product of its time in a lot of ways. So Secret Garden, aside from just being, it's not just body swap, it's body swap between rich dude, poor girl, like which
classic.
That just makes it. And does he really have any redeeming quality other than being wealthy? No.
He's so awful. He's so bad. Does he really get better? No, not really.
At the very end. And he becomes a good dad, like magically at the end. Like spoilers for like ancient drama. They get together. The rom-com gets together. Like
what?
Shock.
What I love about that is that it's at that time, like dramas around that time really had like male leads that just deeply, deeply sucked.
Yeah,
so, like,
and they stayed that way.
Yeah. So the CEOs, and he is a CEO, the CEOs at the time, not only were they like arrogant because they were wealthy and, you know, posh and all those things, and no one had ever said boo to them, which that is definitely this character. His whole shtick is like, no one has ever looked him in the eye and said no about like anything. And she does right out of the gate. And he thinks that is fascinating. Like, and he is just fascinated.
I always love that trope where it's like, she's the first person who like wasn't nice to me. I must get her. And it's just like, what?
So
Why?
all right.
Why is that what you're attracted
as
to?
far as
Okay.
the romance line in this drama, he does nothing. I'm defending it for myself because I don't watch this drama because it is a model like relationship that gives you the warm and fuzzies, because it does not. He is horrific and kind of abusive, like, because that is the way those were. So like I do want people to understand, if you haven't watched a lot of 2010 2011 era CEO type dramas,
if you've never watched them and you watch them, you immediately get struck with the fact that it's like in every single one of these, usually there's like the second male lead who is a better option, and any sane person would be like, fuck this guy, I'm going with that guy, or being alone,
Right?
and they never do. And you're just like, what sort of bullshit were they trying to convince women to settle for with this nonsense?
I heard somebody defending this one time, and she was like, the heart wants what the heart wants. And it was like, well, the heart is stupid, because I'm sorry, but like
the heart should consult the brain and maybe a few girlfriends every once in a while.
Like,
so as far as personally, I adore this drama because I think it's lovely how dated it is. The styles are just the music, the sets, every aspect. And I really like her character. The lead character is a stunt woman, and she just wants to go do her stunt woman stuff. Like, and she wants to be left alone, and he will not leave her alone. So as far as, it's not really the romance that makes me like this drama quite as much. It is because she hates his guts so much, and then they body swap, and she is still hating his guts for a very, very, very long time. That is what I enjoy, because she is just not having it. And then she's trying, her body needs to be able to audition for this really big stunt woman gig. And so he, in her body, has to like train, and they're wearing matching fancy sequin tracksuits. And that is just such a encapsulated moment in like K-drama history that was a really big popular deal at the time, to where
and referenced so often.
And as far as
times.
Him being a really douchey character, like, it's part of the charm of the drama, because you can point to it and be like this dude, dramas back then had douchey characters. Like that was totally the thing. Again, it's I just get a kick out of the rich man, poor woman, and he's just horrific. And the whole time I'm going, they really should never get together.
No.
But
she would kick his ass. Like in real life, this woman would kick this guy's ass to the curb.
Oh yeah.
She'd be like, "Get the fuck out. You are a psychopath. Be gone."
Like
he
gets borderline stalkery, but not like in a violent way, but in a, there probably should have been a restraining order at some juncture, but she didn't have the money for that. Like she didn't have, like, again, wealthy and poor. But why I really liked it is, so eventually the body swap, it's not, to me it's not really romance so much as like he eventually kind of just figures out she's a person.
Women are people?
Poor women are people too.
Ooh.
Because machinations, I'm not going to spoil everything.
No.
There's stuff. There's also like just even the second lead. So there's kind of a weird second and third lead situation. There's not really a love triangle, but there is, but there isn't. I won't get into it, but like there definitely is a dude that was a good guy, and she should have ended up with him.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But I do defend the fact that she saw him as a brother. Like that's a thing
legit.
too.
yeah,
That's
absolutely.
legit. But also, if you're really into the idea of scene kid Lee Jong-suk, are you in for a fucking treat?
So that's what I'll get to next.
Sorry.
But as far as, then you have Asuka, the music megastar, which he would also be a horrific boyfriend. Like,
Oh,
there is flirting between the main, but like that's not the point because he's actually kind of like the second lead with his girl situation, which involves you get an LGBTQ like super duper like not just even hinted at, they explicitly say, which like
yeah.
good for them. And that role of Lee Jung Suk, like it's very well acted, like great. And so I really appreciated that. I'm not saying that they're trying to think back. Am I going to say that it was like hyper not problematic? I can't quite remember like all the details of how that role interacted with everybody, but I really don't think they leaned super weird with it.
No.
Anything for his role. Like as far
It
as
was
how they
very
discussed
normal.
that. It
Like,
seemed normal. Like
Yeah.
when he explicitly came out and was like, I like dudes. And there was like a little bit of surprise, but like it wasn't past surprise really. It was like, okay, whatever. And then like
It wasn't like we must now ostracize you from
Right.
society and
I
abandon
feel like
you.
it was like Oscar was like, I exist in the entertainment industry. I have
Like, listen,
met
I've
a
met.
gay man
Yeah,
before.
like this ain't my first gay man
Well,
rodeo.
I
you know?
am familiar.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of fun to like just appreciate that whole subplot a little bit, in my opinion, because like I think Oscar Reeves is bi, but like that's totally not discussed, and that's not really the point of that.
They were brave, but they weren't that brave.
Yeah, they weren't.
You know,
They weren't
like-
going to put their all into that. So they wanted to really force that girl to end up with Oscar. Okay, whatever. Again, I don't necessarily recommend Secret Garden for romance so much as like the experience of a dated drama. The body swapping is super fun in my opinion. You're getting all of the rich guy, poor girl, just awfulness, but like also in different venues. So like I feel like you go to Jeju, you go to like you get to go do all this stuff. Which dramas used to just like we're just gonna go all these places just because we can. So essentially, if you want the Boys Over Flowers randomness of like, we're gonna do this because we might as well motocross in the forest is what
why
Secret
not?
Garden does. Like,
Let's have some fun.
why would rich dudes be wanting to motocross in the forest? And that is like
Why
the
not?
instigating thing. I just think it is such a random drama, but I find it just so incredibly fun, and I the characters are just so weird to me. Like I do like having a stunt woman. I like having Oscar being like a musician who's really full of himself and just and then a struggling musician and just all these. It's so random, and then you do have then people call back to this, the very stereotypical awful mother-in-law thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's literally psychotic.
She is, but like I feel like I rewatched it a couple years back. I think when you expect it, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like a drama like this is almost like if you really want to understand like references and tropes that exist in modern dramas, you sort of have to watch some of these older, very problematic ones because they are referenced often, but you may not even realize that that's a reference.
Well, I feel like it was even last year, maybe the year before. I watched a drama where like an old guy in it was wearing a sparkly tracksuit because he thought it made him look hip, and his grandkids were like, I don't even know what you're talking about, and his kids were like, oh my god, dad, like seriously, like get over it kind of thing. And yeah, like if you didn't know the framework for that.
And the other ladies on this episode had such well-reasoned, lovely sections, but I want to give a shout out to Secret Garden. I want to defend it against itself because as far as if you do approach Secret Garden as like I want the romance warm and fuzzies, you're not going to really find it.
Yeah, you're going to be like, wow, this guy sucks. He should, she should she should literally get a restraining order. He sucks.
I mean, and this is not even a spoiler for this ancient drama, but like he keeps referencing The Little Mermaid, like the actual folktale, and like how she then dissolves into foam and like goes away from the prince's life, and like he keeps trying to essentially say, can we date and can you just then disappear from my life so I can get you out of my system? Like, that is a lot of episodes of him just begging to use her, essentially. And she's like, no, I don't want to give you the time of day because you suck. And like, and she sticks to her guns for a long time. So like, good for her most of the time. It's just really fun. It's really silly. And the body swap stuff is just really fun. But also what I was going to say was, I think back just a few, 2018-ish, you would still have some like explicit references to Secret Garden, like in dramas a little bit more often. Now we're kind of far enough out that they're usually not like quite as explicit with like, a line or something. I defend Secret Garden against itself because it is its own worst enemy, kind of. And so I do definitely see why people would want to hate on it because, like,
it's questionable.
The dude is hateable. Like, his mom is hateable. So, like, totally valid, and very dated. But the dated part, I think, is part of the charm. The body swapping super fun. I think her being a stunt woman, it's not like, oh, just in passing. Like, they show her
they
working.
They spend a
like,
lot of time on it,
Yeah.
And so so even though it's like, oh yeah, she's poor and all this stuff, it's like, but she does, like, she has career goals and things that she's really trying to do. So I really appreciated that. It's just kind of a sweet, like, it is my problematic fave.
And it's truly a, like, sort of a foundational document for modern K-dramas. Like,
and what I was gonna say was, like, so everyone always points to Boys Over Flowers, right? Like, and I'm not,
yeah, that too. It's one of them.
But like, if you don't want the high school dated problematic
experience,
old drama,
you want grown
this
folks.
is adult problematic.
Adult problematic
Hell yeah,
drama. But when we say problematic, it is not. I still will rewatch that. Like, when we say problematic, it's not like. Yeah, I've had favorite dramas where, there is an actor that later on is shown to be a horrific person who has done crimes, and I'm like, nope, like, that's actually, those problematic faves go in the dumpster. Like, that is,
this is problematic because like the characters are sketchy.
Yeah, and
that's fictional problematic, not a problem.
And he's such a douche, and he has so much power. So when he's did I get booted again?
No. Okay. I was just laughing at you saying that he's a douche, and I'm like, yeah, he is.
But I think another, like, really iconic thing from it is he has so much power. So when he walks into his shopping mall that he runs, and everyone is like standing to attention all the time, though they know he's douchey, but like, you have to stand there when the CEO walks in, and everyone just gives him all this power. Anyway, he finally gets humbled, which I appreciate. He probably doesn't get humbled enough. Let's be real. There should be way more of it.
Yeah.
But he experiences enough pain near the end that I'm like, I'll let you be happy, I guess, because you've experienced it. Now, does he deserve it? No. Like, he does not deserve her. He does not deserve.
No, she's too good for him in every possible manner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, he never truly redeems himself, but he definitely eventually figures out, oh, she's a person too. It's like, yeah, buddy, I don't know why it took you, man, I don't even know how many episodes. A lot. It's a long time. But, and I will say, call out to the Big Bang, like,
oh my god,
parody of Secret Garden.
Oh, yeah.
It's really funny.
It's actually
so
perfect.
good.
It's actually so perfectly done that it's crazy work. It's crazy work.
I think everyone would have a good time. I love that it's on Netflix now. I do recommend Secret Garden, but with, like, big caveat of,
with the knowledge
it is problematic.
Yeah. Like, don't go into it being like, I'm gonna watch a fun romantic comedy with modern sensibilities. You are not. You are not going to do that.
Like, she definitely gets treated a certain way because she's a woman the entire time. And they do talk about, like, sexism in the industry and things like that. But is that really the point of the drama? No. It is. The point of the drama, sadly, is the romance. Which is kind of funny.
Wild work when you think about it.
Why do I get the warm fuzzies watching it? Because I find it funny. He's such a douche that I laugh at him the whole time. That's why I have a good time.
Yeah.
Because
And that's what you're supposed to do with dramas like this.
He's
like,
essentially comic book villain, but he's the lead.
because I feel like there's like this bizarre thing that has happened in fiction where people are like, no, I need to see my own morals reflected back to me by all the characters.
Yeah, or if like the characters are bad, therefore they're promoting bad.
Yeah, promoting bad
Yeah.
activities. And it's like, no, this is fiction, babes. It's made up. It's made up.
Because definitely later in the drama, it's like, and we're happy. It's like, sure you are, guys.
Yeah.
Like
You keep telling yourself that, Fred. Mm.
So, but the body swap thing, I do find the body swap thing charming because once he does figure out that she's a person later, after the body swap, I don't even remember like how many times we body swapped her, if it was back and forth. I can't. It's been a long time. But eventually when they're together, they like wear similar suits at some point. I was like, that's pretty like, and she's a tomboy. She's a tomboy. So like I appreciated that her style sometimes and things like that. So I was like, I'm not saying it was super edgy, but still like I thought it was fun. As far as if you look at the poster, it doesn't really make sense. They never fly.
No.
Just ignore it. It's whatever. There was a lot of flying posters back then. It was a thing.
It's true. And it's really pulling a suspicious partner where it's like this poster is not at all.
Oh, he looks so pleasent.
He looks so
doesn't
nice.
he?
Yeah.
They look like they're about to have the romantic time of the century. They're not, okay? They're about to have a bad time. All right? So many people are about to have a bad time in this.
And at the end, it's like,
Yeah.
yay, we're done. It's like, sure, just live in your fancy,
Yep.
modern-looking house. It's fine.
It's all good in the hood, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
I do think there have been remakes. You know,
Yep.
I have not watched them, so I could not tell you any feels about them. It would crack me up if they ever did a K-drama remake. Like, I would watch it just because
Just be like, you gotta know.
I would want to know how far they would go with his character now. Like that's what I want. I want a remake now. Like how far would we go?
I feel like it would be fascinating to see, like, do they actually stick to like the source material, or are they like, no, we gotta actually make this watchable in 2025.
We have to make him halfway pleasant eventually. Like,
he has to have some redemptive qualities whatsoever. His face ain't enough. All right, like, you know, like, listen, Hyun Bin, very good looking, but at the end of the day, it ain't enough if you suck. I'm not saying Hyun Bin sucks. Clearly, he's happily married and everything. His character sucks.
Right.
So,
and the character, like, even when they're quote unquote happy at the end, it's very like, if you're there for the romance, you would kind of be worried, like, wow, I still don't find him trustworthy because we didn't see him like earn any trust.
We didn't see him change that much. So,
did he experience suffering and sadness, and then that kind of quote unquote changed him? Yeah, but like you don't have any proof that he's actually a decent person ever. So that's kind of I will say, I think in general, K-dramas as time went on, like a decade after, like if you have a douchey guy like that, usually he would have to show like receipts for I have changed.
Yeah, they'll show him helping orphans or something to be like, okay, he's better now.
Like they would show you that he's actually not that big of a douche. She's meeting him on his worst day or something, right? Like they would do something to tell you this is not actually a terrible human being.
Yeah,
trust us. We're getting there, you know. And you'd be like, okay,
this relationship is not aspirational in any way. Like, which again makes it just a fun watch if you know that going in. Like, ooh, they're going to be messy the whole time because they are. Like, it's
so keep in mind if you're watching this drama, bad people. You're watching a drama with the exception she's not, but like the main lead sucks, and just don't pretend like you're like, oh, I'm gonna be really into the. You're not gonna be into this dude. And if you are, I think I say this with love. You should talk to someone. You know, you should get right with. You deserve better.
And sometimes you just have to be like, some people would be okay doing certain things for money.
Yeah.
That is reality sometimes, but like this drama, it is very silly. Is it slapsticky? A little, like the body swapping like early on. It is pretty funny though.
It's
like,
2010.
Yeah.
So I have something funny that I just like searched
Okay.
online about this. Apparently, when the moon flows over the river drama was first like introduced, they were saying it was the Seguk
Version?
remake of
The Moon
Secret
River
Garden.
drama.
Yeah,
with,
Moon River. Yeah, with Kong
I'm
Teo
watching that.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's supposed to be the historical version of Secret Garden.
So I'm watching that. I'm like,
I mean, it might not
6
now, but this is
episodes
like, you
in.
know, when it first like was talked about.
You know,
It doesn't say like really anywhere like super specific, but it like
You know, I just love guys. You know, no.
I mean, I'm enjoying the drama and stuff. Like, but again, but you could be, you can trace the lineage. So like, yeah, body swap drama, male female leads, prince seems impoverished. You know, all these things. So like, but he's not near douchey enough. Like,
yeah.
he's pretending. Now he is pretending to be douchey, but he's not really douchey to her. So like, that's a thing. And also not stalking her scarily. But now, would I love to see a secret garden, like Seguk Secret Garden? That would actually make sense to me, like a horrific prince. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I will always return back to Secret Garden because it's silly.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need that, you know? You just need some dated goofiness.
Sure.
Yeah.
And just,
Where you know what all is going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
So it's extreme. It is extreme. Were there any slaps? I feel like there might have been. A
Oh,
couple
probably.
slaps.
I think they were.
But it's
Never-
not
yeah.
quite Mac Jong. Like it's like a few steps. It's just wealthy people being douchey wealthy people, which
Yeah.
which can feel Mac Jongy sometimes, just because their world is so. Like I remember, there's a scene that she goes to try to return something to him, and he is at some fancy place with all these wealthy women, and they're like awful to her, and so it's always just, and it's always over the top, over the top, over the top. Well, that's wealthy people kind of are, but also it is a 2010 drama, so we're over the top in general.
Yeah.
But anyway, I defend it from itself, and I want people to try it if they think they would have fun with that, keeping in mind that some people really might hate it, and I understand that. People are allowed to. I do want people to try it, though, just for, even if it's just the first few episodes. I do think, I don't remember how long it takes them to body switch. I think it takes a little bit. Like,
Yeah, it's not immediate. Like you're in the story.
yeah. So like, I think a couple episodes within the body switch, and you'll get a good feel. If you're just like not feeling the romance, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Totally understandable. But I do, the tracksuit thing kind of has to be experienced, and him trying, and you kind of have to see.
Yeah.
You finally see like he's trying to woo her, and at the stunt training place and doing the sit-ups and stuff and getting in her face. And the thing is, people are like, oh, it's so romantic. I never found it. Like,
No.
he's being a problem like the entire time. So like, I'm just cackling because I'm like, the way people are like ooh ah about this, I'm like, no.
I'm like, no, honey, no. You believe that when boys were mean to you in the schoolyard, that meant they liked you, huh?
That's definitely
No.
his character is just that the entire time.
yeah.
And to show my deep, like, I found like the OST and have it. Like I love this show, but some people won't. That's fine. That's fine. But I do defend it enough to say, give it a shot just to see what it's about, at least. And then maybe stick to the end and just kind of cackle at how, like, they don't deserve that happy ending, but that's fine.
It's all good in the hood, man. It was 2010.
It's a
It was
drama.
2010.
And the whole thing is, the whole time you're going, this just feels like I'm watching a drama. It's just
Because you
fun.
are.
Yeah.
And that's, if you do watch really serious, not just really serious romances, but rom-coms that always try to give you the aspirational feels like a lot. This definitely won't probably hit for you. But like, if you just lean into the comedy of it all, it's just it's just a story with characters who are weird. Like, it's fine. So thank you for listening to my very choppy.
Yeah. Listen, and thus concludes possibly the most technologically problematic episode we've ever recorded on the Noonas. So hopefully, if you've listened this far, I did an okay job pulling everything together. And thank you for sticking with us. We will be back next week with a very different episode. Hopefully, a little smoother running. And didn't take us over 2 days to record, but you know, it is what it is, and we'll hopefully be out on time. Fingers crossed. But anyway, we thank you for listening. If you want to listen to other things that we've done, you can check us out wherever podcasts can be found. You can also find us on YouTube in video, where you can like and subscribe and leave a comment if you would so desire to do so. But you can also go to our website, certifiednoonas.com, where every single episode can be watched or listened to, and we'll have links to the shows that we talk about and all that good stuff. And if you want to support this podcast, you can go to patreon.com/certifiednoonas to join the Certified Found family. They're our found family on the web. We love them very much. They keep the lights on. We think that they are the tops, you know? And yeah, you can find us on social media, on Instagram, Bluesky. It's always at Certified Noonas. We have a little fun, chill Discord you can join. You know, all that good social media stuff. Anyway, we hope you had a good time hanging out with us. We will be back next week. And as always, it's winter where we are. It might be winter where you are too, so please bundle up. But as always, wear a mask and wash your hands, because those diseases do be running around, and most of them are finding me, which I don't love. But anyway, do that and keep enjoying Asian entertainment, even the problematic ones. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.